Imagine it like pre-workout. The first time you take pre-workout, you're running around like this. Oh. Simon the Bald A-Hole and the Jedi Knight apparently coming at you like Cleopatra. That wasn't the lyrics, it was coming at you like Cleopatra. No one remembers a niche 90s pop band apart from me over here in the UK. The point is this: you think you're better than the gym and you're not, because the gym will always win. And here's 8 reasons why. Number 8, you can't outlift the gym. I see this all the time, and it absolutely drives me crazy. People go into the gym, and they ego lift. We all know what ego lifting is. We've seen it every single day. And people actually think, well, last week I was able to bench press 100 kilograms. So today, Australia apparently, today, I bet I could bench press 240. And I put my hand up, I'm like, excuse me, why? Why do you think you can go up over 100% on your bench press all of a sudden? And they go to do it, and they fall on their ass, they get put in a Gym Fails compilation, and then they have this moron, this motherhud, this goober reacting to it. Nobody wants that. That's when you know you're not being successful at life. But it is always important to remember this. You are not Superman. You are not the Hulk. You have a limit to your strength. Now, of course, you can add 1.25, 2.5 over time. You are going to get stronger. You can go from a 50 kilogram bench press to 100 kilogram bench press. Of course, you can do it, but it takes time and it takes respect. You are never going to be able to lift as much weight as is in the gym, unless you're going to your own gym and you put one plate in it, but that doesn't count, and you do have to remember this. Strength is overrated anyway. Unless you're a power man or a power woman or a strong person or a world's strongest individual going for a record, focus on time under tension. Focus on, having a heavy weight, but controlling it in a smart manner. Then you're going to look badass anyway, and deep down, that's all you want. I know who you are. You want good biceps and triceps and abs and pectoral muscles. But there is no way that you are ever going to be able to beat the gym at this, so you should just stop it. Then number 7 is you can't out-eat the gym. That's right. Just because you're going to the gym and just because you're doing a bunch of cardio doesn't mean you can eat pizza every day and burgers and nachos. We all want to do that, and of course you're allowed to. But do not think that all of a sudden, just because you're working out hard, that it's going to help you, because it's not. You must have heard the saying, you can't outwork a bad diet, and someone didn't make it up for fun. They made it up because it's true. A recent one that I like to use, just because he talked about it so much, was Edge. Adam Copeland, the WWE superstar. He returned to WWE far more ripped, and he said, look, I was going to the gym. I always enjoyed working out, but it wasn't until I got a meal prep company to make my food that all of a sudden I realized, oh my gosh, I need to get my diet on point too. And so many people start blaming the gym, or they start blaming their training plan, or they're blaming their intensity, or they're blaming their sleep. No, it's your food. Maybe you're not eating the right stuff. Maybe you're eating too much. Always start with your diet. I don't like people that go, oh my gosh, getting in shape is 75% diet and 25% gym. It's both, man. You need to be doing both. Why are you even here? Get out of my room. But always make sure your diet is on point before you start raffing and gaffing, because you don't think you're getting in the shape that you want to do. Because as I've already told you, you can't out-eat the gym. And then number 6, you can't outthink the gym. And you see this constantly as well. People are like, well, I know what I'll do. I don't have a lot of time. So I'll do my bench press. I won't do the amount of sets or the amount of reps that I planned, but I will superset it with some press ups, so all of a sudden I have got the same load in there. Now, supersets and drop sets are great. They are an absolutely fabulous tool to push your muscles further than they're actually able to go, and to get you over humps and to get you over plateaus. But it's the same as anything. If you're doing it every single day and every single time, your body will adapt, your body will realize, and it will go, well, I know what you're about to do, so I'm not going to stimulate the muscle in the same way. Imagine it like pre-workout. The first time you take pre-workout, you're running around like this, and you think you're going to die. And then 6 months down the line, you're actually injecting pre-workout into your face because you can't get a hit from it anymore. It's because your body's got used to it. And that's what it does with the gym as well. That's why you always need to change your programs up as and when makes sense. And that's when you always need to, that's why you always need to make sure you're being intense in the gym, because your body actively fights you. That's how much your body hates you. It doesn't want you to get big. It doesn't want you to get ripped. It just wants peace, and it just wants whatever is anti-stress. So rely on these things, of course, or use them, I should say. A drop set is wonderful. Think about it. You're doing tricep pull downs. Oh, I can't do anymore. Well, I'll drop the weight down a few keys, and all of a sudden I can do 3-4 more reps. They're 3-4 more reps that you weren't going to do before. But you can't over-rely on it. And you can't over-rely on anything like that, because eventually you just flushed it down the toilet. And number 5 is you can't out-pump the gym. I mean, honestly, the amount of people that go to the gym just to get a pump on. They get their pump on, and then 30 minutes later, an hour later, they're like, where the hell did my pump go? It's like, you don't go to the gym just to get a pump. Well, you can do. Who am I to tell you what to do? I guess there's 2 people I'm talking about. If you know you're going to the gym for a pump because you're going out on Friday night and you want those sleeve-hugging guns, more power to you. I hope you have a great time. But usually it's this guy over here. We're going to call him Larry. And what Larry does is Larry is mad and sad and well, I look like I want to look. Why am I got ripped abs? And all they're doing is going and doing a quick pump up set on arms and then they're leaving again. That's not how it works. And people have to remember this too. Sometimes you can leave the gym thinking, wow, I worked really hard. But all it is the blood in your muscle, right? And it's a good indicator that you have done something because why is the blood there in the first place? But you've got to push through that and you've got to be intense and you've got to work out hard. It is not easy getting in shape. Doesn't mean it can't be fun, big difference there, but it is not easy. So if you are actually struggling to make any kind of a progress, maybe sit down, look at your training and think to yourself, am I just training for a pump here? Go and Google that too. There are a ton of articles about it. It's a real thing. And then number 4 is you can't outdrink the gym, which does tie directly into the last one. Because if you go out and get that pump, no matter how hard you work, if you then spend your weekend getting absolutely wasted and absolutely drunk, the gym ain't going to care about you and it's going to swallow you up and spit you out. So I'm not saying that you can't drink alcohol. I'm not saying that beer or spirits or whatever can't be used in conjunction, with going to the gym and having a good diet. But I still think sometimes people are under the illusion that there's no calories in wine or beer or vodka or whatever it may be. Now, of course, it's the same with food. Some drinks have loads of calories. Some drinks have less calories. But you need to educate yourself about this and you need to be smarter with it. Beer, for example, I'm pretty sure, has like a good few hundred calories per pint. So if you smash 10 of those, that could be your day's worth of food that you have just thrown down your gullet. So people say to me, oh, Miller, I can't lose my beer belly, right? Stands to reason. And I'm like, well, let's talk about it directly. How many beers are you drinking a week? And they're like 50. Well, there you go. And I don't think there's anybody out there who can be eating a bunch of food, say even 2,000 calories a day, adding an extra 1,500 on top because they're having 5 pints or what have you. I don't think you'll be able to do it. I just don't think there's any way. It kind of ties out to the fact that you can't out-diet the gym either. You can't out-drink the gym. The only out-drinking you should be doing the gym is drinking a bunch of water. But even then, if you drink too much water, you can die. So moderation is key. And make sure you've got everything ticking over in the right way before you go on Twitter and yell about it. Number 3 is you can't offend the gym. Because you'll be trying to get in shape, and all of a sudden you're like, man, it's the gym. It's the equipment. It's the weights. I can't get anything out of it anymore. Dude, a weight is just a... Let's not pretend that the gym isn't the simplest place on the planet. You pick up that weight, so down the line you teach yourself to pick up heavier weights. That's all it is. And as the old saying goes, a bad workman blames his tools. It's not the gym. It's nothing to do with the gym whatsoever. It is you, and it's always you. You control your workouts, you control your diet, you control your training, you control what you do every single day. Doesn't mean you have to smash it 100% of the time. Sometimes you're just not able to because your body won't let you. You need a rest, you need to calm down. But it is not a case of you need more equipment or you need more, whatever it may be. We could do this all day, right? Use what you have. Triple H, yet again, we'll do another wrestler analogy or metaphor or saying whatever. He talked about when they went for a WWE superstar tour of India, and the only gym he could find was in a weird shack, and it was like a pulley system with 2 weights on it. But he figured out a way to make it work. Now, he's clearly exaggerating, and he's clearly, going to the nth degree to try and prove his point. But if you're in any kind of a gym, like some people go, I can't have big legs, so I haven't got a pendulum squat. What gym in the UK, for example, has a pendulum squat? You live in the dream if you've got that, but you can do normal squats. You can do goblet squats. You can do a hack squat. You can just stand there and just do standing squats. You can do front squats, Smith squats. You can just do this all day. So don't find excuses, I guess, is what I'm trying to say here. It's not the gym's fault. And if you're not in shape, it's probably yours. And number 2 is you can't out-science the gym. This just ties into all the TikTok stuff like dry scooping and who knows what else we're doing with powders that we shouldn't do. We all know what the science behind lifting weights is. Like we just do. You want to put on weight, you eat a bit more. You want to lose weight, you eat a little bit less. Please don't get taken in by these fad diets or these fad exercises or these fad training routines. If you want to incorporate elements because you think they work for you or they are beneficial to your lifestyle, then sure. But don't move away from the traditions and don't move away from the core teachings because they've been around for ages, for a reason, because they work. Doesn't mean that we can't adapt and grow as a society as we learn more. Of course we have to do that. But you can't just throw them out entirely, which is what people are doing. You get some really, really strange diets these days. I'm not going to name them because I'm sure they will work for some people, and that's great. You don't have to listen to me if you're already smashing it. But everybody is looking for the quick answer, and everybody is looking for the excuse. So rather than just increase calories, decrease calories, it's like, oh no, I can only eat 2.7 grams of carbs a day. And when I eat 2.7 grams of carbs a day, all of a sudden my body loses weight. And I have to look at them, because I'm polite, I'm like, yeah, that sounds great. Deep down, I'm dying inside. So please stop it. Number 1, in a bit of a twist, is you can replace the gym. And this actually ties into a number 1 that I did on my other list, but that's not the point. I like to hammer this home. You don't have to go to the gym, right? I really want people to understand that. Any kind of gym goer that yells at you, you must go to the gym, is not helping anybody. Because if you don't want to go, you don't want to go. And you're especially not going to go if you've got Barry over here go to the gym, go to the gym. You're like, Bazza, you're absolutely ruining my life. But you can replace it. There is 1,000 other things to do. And I'm going to keep this entry quite short because if you're a regular watcher of my video, Simon, I'm so bored of this. I get it. I totally understand. But I'm so sick and tired of seeing people drag themselves through it. Life is too short. Like, it really, really, really is. And I would much prefer it if somebody, even if it's me, I go, who the hell am I? But even if it's me, is just saying, this is not the be all and end all. Find the exercise that works for you, right? And if you're just going to continue to go to the gym regardless, then the gym is going to win. And you don't want the gym to win. Sometimes you want the gym to win. In this instance, you don't want the gym to win. Look, I do a lot of list videos, man. I try to figure out a way to spin this information. But just remember that. You're only beholden, not a word, onto yourself. And if you need to shift gears, absolutely do it. It may be the best thing you ever do in your life. Now, please do like the video, share the video, and subscribe to the bell ding ding so that if it's going live, there will be a video on the screen. Please do give it a click. Otherwise, grillermind.com/Simon. Simon, get 10% off. Fitness Palace of Love t-shirts. All of this is in the link below. If you want to support the channel, it would be awesome. Same as patreon.com/Simon316 at Simon Miller 316 on Instagram and Twitter. I'm on Cameo if you want a shout out. But otherwise, I just want you to have a good day. I want you to have a good workout session, and I want you to be happy. Always remember that. It's the key to life. If you're happy, everything is so much easier. See you soon.